Hey Vikings fans, Skol Vikings. It's your fellow diehard supporter here, fired up as always to dive into the latest Vikings news. Can you believe the roller coaster we just went through in Dublin? That 24-21 heartbreaker against the Steelers had us all on the edge of our seats. But man, it stings knowing we almost pulled off the impossible. Picture this. Our Vikings landing in Ireland to a hero's welcome, the city buzzing with purple pride from Friday morning. It was the NFL's first regular season game there, and covering it felt like history in the making. But as the game unfolded, that away atmosphere hit hard, with Steelers fans dominating the stands like it was their home turf. What do you think, Vikings faithful? Did that crowd noise throw us off? Or was it something else? Stick around as we break down every twist and turn in this Vikings news update, because we've got a lot to unpack before we head to the UK. From the jump, our defense set the tone with Jalen Redmond sacking Justin Fields on the very first play. Boom. 3 and out for the Steelers. It was the kind of start that gets the blood pumping, reminding us why we love this team. But then, things shifted, and Pittsburgh settled in with quick passes and sharp runs that controlled the clock. Our offense struggled early, managing just 6 points through 3 quarters. Talk about frustrating. Turnovers and penalties piled up, uncharacteristic for our squad, and it felt like we were fighting uphill the whole time. Credit to Fields and the Steelers for keeping us off the field, but this was a winnable game if we'd cleaned up those mistakes. Fans, have you ever seen a game swing like that? Let's hear your takes in the comments. Did the penalties kill us, or was it the turnovers? As we dig deeper into this Vikings news, the fourth quarter comeback attempt will have you reliving the drama. That relentless fourth-quarter push showed the heart of our Vikings, clawing back from an 18-point deficit with less than 12 minutes left. Sam Darnold led a 99-yard touchdown drive after stuffing the Steelers at the 1-yard line. Pure grit. We even moved the ball to the 39, eyeing overtime, but an intentional grounding penalty derailed it. Imagine if we'd avoided those tipped passes turning into interceptions. Will Reichard could have had a shot at another long field goal. It was thrilling, but falling short highlights the need to win turnover and penalty battles from the start. This loss doesn't define us, but it's a wake-up call. What would have changed the outcome for you? Drop your thoughts below, Vikings fans. Let's discuss in the comments. Up next in Vikings news, we spotlight the UPS that gave us hope amid the downs. One major up, Jalen Redmond owning the day with both of our sacks, including that opener that had us roaring. He's been consistent in disrupting plays, and it's exciting to see him impact games like this. If only we'd built on that momentum throughout. Another highlight was Aaron Jones breaking loose on that fourth down play at midfield. Perfect execution that kept drives alive. He had a few nice runs, nearly earning that, and he's loose. Call we all love. Moments like that remind us of our offensive potential. And don't forget the blocked field goal by our special teams. Wow. A 6-point swing right before halftime. It was electric, but disappointingly, we didn't capitalize to start the second half. These UPS show flashes of brilliance in our Vikings. Shifting to the downs, our defensive play overall left much to be desired. We couldn't get off the field on key drives. George Pickens ran wild in the first half, and Najee Harris sealed the win with consistent ground gains, especially in the fourth. Allowing that run game hurt our comeback chances big time. Offensively, Sam Darnold and the unit just weren't sharp enough, with multiple sacks on third downs and red zone failures leading to field goals instead of TDs. 2 turnovers and dumb penalties? We expected more, and it felt like missed opportunities piled up. Special teams were dominated too, with poor kick coverages and bonehead penalties like unnecessary blocks. The Steelers played cleaner, and it showed. Mike Tomlin's crew outscrapped us in all phases. Respect to them, but we've got to right the ship. Vikings fans, which down stung the most for you? The defense, offense, or special teams? Share in the comments as we continue this Vikings news breakdown. There's more suspense ahead. The fan reception in Ireland was incredible, with buzz from our arrival, but Steelers jerseys outnumbered ours, creating a true away vibe. Hearing Renegade in the fourth felt like being in Pittsburgh, and it amped their crowd. Shout out to fans like Jeff who traveled from the States. Your support means everything. From the radio booth, it was clear. sections packed with black and gold, maybe 10 Vikings fans in a sea of Steelers. It wasn't our vibe, but locals and travelers in purple made it special. That atmosphere affected snap cadences, no doubt. How did the crowd factor in, do you think? Let me know below, we're all in this together. As Vikings news rolls on, let's talk about those quick releases that burned us. Justin Fields averaged 2.17 seconds to throw, his fastest ever, getting the ball out lightning quick while protecting a lead. It mirrored how other QBs have succeeded against us, keeping our defense guessing. Playing from behind didn't help, but credit their execution. Penalties beyond yardage hurt too, like negating a gain to the 6-yard line or wiping a 54-yard return. Those moments shifted momentum, and overcoming both turnovers and flags against a scrappy Steelers team proved tough. Fans, is our penalty issue fixable mid-season? Weigh in with your opinions. Stay tuned for more Vikings news insights on coaching and adjustments. As fans of Kevin O'Connell and Brian Flores, it's confusing why mid-game tweaks come late, like in the fourth instead of halftime. We've seen great changes this year, but with new players, maybe they're not ready yet. When will we see halftime shifts to avoid those too little too late surges? O'Connell's era thrives on in-game answers, especially in one-score wins, but falling behind by 3 scores makes it hard. Too many miscues Sunday to overcome, despite rallying. We need to stay within striking distance early. What adjustments would you make, Vikings faithful? Comment your strategies, let's brainstorm. Next in Vikings news, the offensive line woes take center stage. All off-season hype about our improved O-line, yet it's allowing league-high sacks, worst I've seen. QBs have no time and injuries aren't helping. Suggestions like spreading receivers wide sound crazy, but highlight the frustration. We've yet to see the projected starting 5 together, with injuries to Brian O'Neill, knee MRI, and Ryan Kelly, concussion protocol. Blake Brandel and others filled in, but consistency's lacking. Health is key for success. Fans like Kevin and Gerald nail it. Without a healthy line, we're handicapped. O'Connell defers to doctors, but Cleveland's front awaits. We've got to protect better or adapt. Vikings fans, how worried are you about the O-line? Tell me in the comments. This Vikings news segment builds to more on game plans and quick passes. Against a tough Steelers D, extra pressure on Darnold was expected, but no quick passing game to counter? With backups in slants, screens, and T involvement were missing, pathetic over recent games. TJ Hawkinson chipped in with 39 yards but spent time blocking what? 4-game sample shows we need better showings. Opponent's game plan for our deep pushes. Time for adjustments. What quick plays would you call? Share below, we're fans chatting here. Up ahead in Vikings news, penalties and delays under the microscope. Minnesota leads the league in delay of game penalties again. For this year, 31 over recent seasons. It's a bad trend, worse than league averages. We always seem to have more than opponents. Sunday's broken play clock in one end zone added challenge, with Darnold glancing over his shoulder. O'Connell noted it got us in a big moment, but no excuse, we knew about it. Chet, you're spot on. It's frustrating. How can we cut these self-inflicted wounds? Let me know your fixes in the comments. Slippery footing in Dublin wasn't imaginary. Multiple key slips, like Justin Jefferson's near TD before halftime. NFL has surface standards, but international venues vary. Consistency needed, especially with clocks too. We've slipped at various fields, but establishing play clock reliability matters as much. Remember past clock issues in comebacks? It's tough. Ed, did you notice the slips too? Comment if it affected the game. As we near the end of this Vikings news, let's look ahead. Heading to the UK for Week 5 against the Browns at Tottenham. Same spot we beat the Jets last year and outlasted Saints in 2022. We've won there before, including against Steelers in 2013 and Browns in 2017. History's on our side. This loss hurts, but it's early. Fix turnovers, penalties, and lines, the rest follows. The team's resilient. We'll bounce back after the bye. Fans, excited for the Browns matchup? Predict the score below. Keep the conversation going in Vikings news. Thrilling to cover Ireland's first game, with crowds singing during breaks. Disappointment came on field. Bill Murray in the throng added fun, but Steelers' majority made it tough. Still an honor. We must break the habit of fourth-quarter comebacks. Nearly forced OT, but it's risky. Better starts needed to avoid multi-score holes. What international game memory stands out for you? Share in the comments. We're building community here. Vikings fans, that's the wrap on this tough loss, but Skol forever. We've dissected the drama, ups, downs, and fixes in this Vikings news edition. Remember, we're in this together, better days ahead. Now, hit that like button if you're still believing, comment your hottest takes, and subscribe for more passionate Vikings updates. Don't forget to share with fellow fans. Let's grow the Purple Army. What questions do you have for next time? Send them to the mailbag or tweet me. Until then, keep the faith. Skol Vikings.